Hey, welcome back into today's next 5-day forecast today. Having a detailed look at well, the next 5 days across the British Isles. We're going into more unchangeable spell, I think, as we go into becoming 5 days. The Atlantic's going to be revving up. I explained this in the videos using through the earlier part of the week. We've got very, very deep cold entrenched across many parts of America, the North and the East of America anyway, at the moment. And that cold weather is going to be spilling out into the Atlantic and sort of enhancing the jet stream. And I think I expect some quite big areas of low pressure eventually to be coming along. By the time you have to do it around sunny Monday, it could turn very wet and windy indeed. And before that, I've got quite a bit of rain coming up as well. So a lot going on. Before I get on with the 5-day forecast, I just about the ads. There's links to articles on most of the pages at GasWeather.com. Have a browse through the widgets. If there's any articles that you're interested in, please click through. You'll be able to often read those articles, and thanks very much for doing that. The websites that we're using for a 5-day forecast got the radar picture and charts at the end from weatheroutlook.com. Some charts as well from weather.de. You find a link to both those websites on its page. So let's get on with the Mississippi current radar picture. We've got mainly dry conditions across much of the country today, but it is wetter up in the northwest, and cloud and rain is beginning to move in, and that really heralds the change too. More unsettled and changeable conditions that will be coming through over the next 5 days. Here's today's Arctic pressure chart. I've got high pressure reaching to the south. This is the area of low pressure around Iceland that's produced that band of rain in the northwest of Scotland. So I think it really will be the north and the west of Scotland down into Northern Ireland that gets the rain through the course of this afternoon. Most of it will be patchy, but some heavy rain coming through, and probably not really making it through to the eastern side of high ground. For the rest of the country, what a nice day for England and Wales. Plenty of sunshine and fairly light winds down in the south, so feeling pleasant enough. Temperatures around 7 or 8 degrees. Of course, in the north it'll feel a little bit cooler. It's got tightly packed ice bars. It'll be fairly windy up there. Temperature could reach around 10, 11, 12 degrees up in the far northwest of Scotland through the course of this afternoon. So although it's very mild, it will be feeling cooler than that in the wind. Overnight, the cloud rain is going to gather in the north. So I think much of Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England will turn fairly wet through the course of the night. Some outbreaks of persistent rain coming through. The rest of England and Wales staying dry, but the clouds will thicken and the wind will freshen. So it's going to be a frost-free night with temperatures no lower than around 3 to 6 degrees. As we go through into Thursday, we'll bring that weather front down across England and Wales. And it's going to get rather stuck, so I'm afraid it looks like quite a wet day across England and Wales on Thursday, with outbreaks of rain on and off all day. Much of it will be light, but there will be heavier bursts coming through at times. Very similar conditions to those which we had on Monday, actually. For Scotland, Northern Ireland, eventually Northern England and North Wales, it'll brighten up. There'll be sunny spells coming through, but quite strong winds, and also the risk of some heavy showers. And most showers could turn wintry. Excuse me, could turn wintry up in the north and west of Scotland, in particular through the course of the day. Temperatures around 3 to 8. Highest temperatures in the south, although of course we've got persistent rain down there, so it won't feel particularly mild. As we move through into Friday, there's a little bit of a uncertainty about this. There's a little area of low pressure running across the south. You can't make it out all that well on this chart, so let's show another one a bit earlier in the day on Friday, very upper midday, and see this area of low pressure just coming through across the south of England. Now, there's a lot of uncertainty with the track of this. It could be across northern France and just bring very heavy rain through the channel, but if it's further north, it's going to bring a very wet day across England and Wales on Friday. We're talking about really heavy rain, possibly up to an inch, 25 millimetres in some places is possible. And there's quite cold air on the northern edge, so we do have to watch out, would you believe, for a little bit of sleet or snow. And this is mainly over high ground. Somewhere like the Chilterns could see some snow if this is down in the south. If it's further north, then we're looking at potentially a little bit of sleet or snow for Wales, the Midlands. It's one to watch. There's a lot of uncertainty with it, but I'll be keeping you updated on it. And if there does look like there's going to be some snow with this, I'll be updating the Snowwatch page, of course. But at the moment, it looks like it's mainly rain and mainly in the south, but the exact track is very, very uncertain. Further north, of course, we've got sunshine and showers for Scotland, Northern Ireland. Excuse me, most showers will come down into northern England and parts of North Wales at times as well. I'll turn wintry over high ground, and temperatures in the north will be just 2, 3, 4 degrees. In the south, just 4, 5 or 6 degrees. So a colder day all round on Friday. A lot of uncertainty there. Now moving into Saturday, got a little bit of a ridge of high pressure coming across the country. So very transiently, but it's going to be a mainly dry day on Saturday with fairly good sunny spells coming through. Few wintry showers up in the far north of Scotland, but most places should have a dry day. The overnight rain from Friday in Saturday will clear, and there could be a frost first thing on Saturday morning with quite a bit of ice, so that's one to watch round about very early on Saturday. But otherwise, any frost nights will go quickly, of course, in the sunshine, with temperatures getting up to around 5 or 6 degrees. And then going through into Sunday, this is the start of the stormy period, but I was talking about at the start of the video. Deep area of low pressure develops to the northwest of Scotland. So we're going to find cloud and outbreaks of heavy rain moving in off the Atlantic through the course of the day on Sunday, driven on by strong to gale force winds, so turning very wet and windy on Sunday. Eventually, the winds could reach severe gale force across the northern and western parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland. The east will start off dry, but I think all places will be wet and windy by the end of the day. Temperatures, technically, it's going to be turning milder on Sunday, with temperatures reaching 10 degrees widely, 50 Fahrenheit. But with the strength of the wind and the heavy rain sweeping through, it is, of course, going to feel quite a lot cooler. And then finally, as we move through into Monday, when it's a stormy day, we've got deep areas of low pressure to the north of Scotland, so any early wind and rain in the east will go quite quickly, and then we're looking at gale force winds across the country with sunshine and showers. Showers increasingly wintry, even to lower levels across Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England, Wales through the course of the day. Gusts of wind could be up to 60 or 70 miles an hour, especially early on in the morning across the north and the west. So a pretty rough day on Monday. Temperatures around 5 or 6 degrees. Will feel a good deal colder than that in the strong winds and with the wintry showers. If I have a look at the charts from the Weather Outlook, a nice day across much of the country today, but cloud and rain in the far northwest. That's across England and Wales through the course of Thursday. Quite a slow moving band of rain across England and Wales on Thursday with sunshine and showers further north. Then the uncertainty for Friday. This shows pretty much all of England and Wales having a very wet day. A spell of, well, at times quite torrential rain is possible in the south on Friday, and as I say, on the northern edge there will be a risk of some wintry conditions. All of that to be determined a little bit closer to the time. Further north, sunshine and a few wintry showers. Mostly dry for Saturday into that transient ridge, but there could be a few wintry showers in the north. I mean, it's wet and windy, quite stormy eventually as we go through into Sunday, and then finally going through to Monday when it's sunshine and showers, but showers wintry in the northwest, down to quite low levels eventually. That snow and very strong winds as well will make it feel quite cold. So in summary, it's all changed. We're losing the prolonged spell of quite dry weather we have through much of February, replacing it with a much more unsettled pattern. And, well, it's basically turning wet and windy. By the time we get through to the end of the weekend, we'll be in a much more Atlantic-driven and potentially quite stormy pattern. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.